This is Larry the Barber Man, and today I'm at the CT Barber Expo 2018. I'm here with a Layrite educator by the name of Jake Shipwreck. We're here today to find out Jake's story in barbering, what he specializes in terms of haircuts with Layrites, and his style of education. So Jake, thank you for taking the time to do this interview for Barber Evo USA, North America. Maybe you could first start by telling me how you got into barbering many years ago.
Yeah, so I grew up playing music, and I've always been a very goal-oriented person. I always knew from day one I wanted to make a band, and I want to pursue that. And I also knew from a young age, for whatever reason, that I wanted to be a barber. So I put my all into becoming a front man in a band, getting signed to a record label, touring all over the nation. And so I did that, and during that time I had my son. So for the first couple months that he was born, I was still doing the band thing. And then it came to a point where I needed to start making money. I was sick of working part-time jobs, and I needed to do something. So I decided that it was time to go to school. Got enrolled in school, and then I just hit the ground running. In barber college, I had a fully booked clientele waiting for me. It's the first time I ever touched a pair of clippers, and fell in love with it. I wasn't worried about becoming a famous barber, a tattooed barber, Instagram barber. I wanted to be the best fucking barber, the best at cutting hair. I didn't care about anything else besides that. So that's what I focused in on. And around, when I started, developing my skills, I found Layrite. I'm a very loyal person. That's how I've always been. So I just used the brand, started posting it. They started hitting me up, having me do small trade shows with them. So then I'm like, you know what, let's get this official. So I sent out an email, and we made it official. I became the first sponsored barber for Layrite, and it's been history ever since. Now I'm at a shop 6 years now, Riverside Shave Company in Southern California. Fully booked. I work 6 days a week, 18 haircuts a day. Hardest worker in the shop, and just absolutely love hair.
And what would you say your area of speciality is? Because you said, by your own admission, Layrite approached you because you said you're just, I don't know, totally in love with Layrite as a product. Right. So tell me the kind of hairstyles that you specialize in and how it assists you in achieving these haircuts that you like to do.
Right. I would definitely say my area of expertise would be in traditional style haircut. Anything from the 1950s and up, side parts, pompadours, low and tight, slick back. I do like to dabble in some more messy UK type styles. Layrite offers products where I could do that as well. So definitely my expertise would be in traditional style haircuts.
Okay, and what is your favorite Layrite products that helps you achieve all of what you've just mentioned?
My favorite haircut to do is a nice slick look, so I would say Layrite Super Hold is my go-to. It's what I use in my hair, so Layrite Super Hold is definitely my favorite product.
Okay, and you seem like you've got also like a kind of fascination going with the tattoos. Tell me where they started and where you kind of get your influence from on your tattoos, both on your legs, your feet, your arm, and indeed your face.
Yeah, I think where it comes from is my whole family, all the men in my family, they're all bikers, Hells Angels, completely covered in tattoos. So when I was a kid, I saw that and I just thought that was so badass. That's what a man looks like. So in my head, I knew I've always wanted to get tattoos. And then on the opposite side, I'm an extremist. I have a problem with moderation. I don't do anything in moderation. If I'm gonna do something, if I'm gonna have tattoos, I wanna have the best and the most tattoos out of anybody. So I think it's just my addictive personality. I can't do anything small. It has to be the biggest in everything I do.
And flat out, hence your kind of loyalty to Layrite, and they could obviously pick this up from yourself that you're full out with Layrite.
Yeah, I mean I got Layrite tattooed on me.
Oh, the Layrite lady.
Yeah.
Beer in the suspenders.
Right. Yeah.
So tell me some of the places that Layrite's taken you, and how long you've been working with them, and maybe tell me your style of education as well.
Right. So Layrite, the first thing we did was ISSE, I think like 5 years ago. We didn't have any microphones, we didn't have anything. It was just a barber chair on the floor, that's it. And then from there, we started doing Chicago, New York, Florida, all the big trade shows. And then they started sending me internationally. We did, where was it? It was British Columbia. We did a Tommy Guns event. So we're just educating a whole Tommy Guns team. We just got back from Japan. We did a full Japan tour with showcases, education. So, I mean, they've taken me all over the globe. It's pretty intense. And we have talks about going Australia, everywhere. So.
And what has been one of your most memorable tours with Layrite?
Most memorable would probably be Japan. That was an insane trip. It was so much fun.
And that was with Donnie was the ringmaster.
Yeah, Donnie, yeah. Yeah, it was me and Donnie, and then we had Cut Shopper from Argentina as well, so that was cool.
And was Donnie one of you, a major influence of yours on when you first started your barbering journey?
Yeah, Donnie, definitely. I think he's in some way or the other anybody's inspiration. I mean, he was doing it before it was revamped, before it was cool, so you got to give credit where credit's due. He's an OG, so.
So Jake, tell me, where do you see yourself in the future, with or without Layrite? What's your ultimate goal?
Yeah, right now it's not really on my radar, but my ultimate goal would be to have my own barbershops, all over, Shipwreck Barbershop. So that's going to be my ultimate goal. Maybe set aside the traveling for a little while, education, and just hone in on that when I'm ready.
Okay, so you look totally in love with the barbering industry. What are you really loving about barbering, and what are you despising about barbering, and what would you like to see changed on the things that you despise and hate in barbering right now?
Right. The things I love about barbering, it's pure, it's an honest living. I help out my fellow man. They pay me for my service and my time. It's not an overkill, it's not an overcharge. I'm not ripping anybody off. I love how honest it keeps me. It keeps me an honest man. Now, the things that I dislike about barbering right now is that these guys think that we're fucking rock stars, that we're some sort of hip hop sensation. Like, honestly, we're just normal dudes. We cut hair, put hair from a head onto a floor. It's not a fucking glamorous lifestyle. It's not some sort of thing that makes you cool or anything like that. It's, that's what I really don't like. I don't like people photoshopping all the haircuts to make something into what it's not. I don't like all the spray painted on beards, all that. I don't like all the fake shit. Barbering's not fake, it's real. Like, let's keep it honest. So that's what I really don't like about it right now, is you're turning something honest into something fake, and that's not all right.
How do you think that could change?
I don't think that it can change. I think it needs to phase out. I think that all these barbers that are doing it for the clout and the hype are gonna all phase out. So dudes like Donnie Holly, and companies like Layrite, we're gonna have to go through all this fluff and all the BS, cut out all the fat, and to where it can get to all the meat and potatoes again.
Okay, so you've got quite a large Instagram following, over 60,000 people follow you. What would you attribute your following to it? I mean, obviously, listening to what you've just said there, it's totally organic. There's nothing fake or imaginary about what you post on your Instagram. Why do you think that is, and how do you think people could increase their following?
Well, I think that people like to see that I came from the same area as them. I came from the same hardships, and I made something out of it. I mean, I grew up dirt-ass poor, and I figured out how to make money and be a good dude and travel. So I think that's what people like to see, why people follow me, because they see a bit of themselves, a bit of realness that, hey, if this dude can do it, then I can do it.
And what words of advice would you give to a young gentleman out there who wanted to become a full-time professional barber, an ambassador for Layrite, travel the world, and keep his feet on solid ground?
I would say don't worry so much about trying to be myself or trying to be Donnie Holly. Work on your haircuts. Fall in love with hair. Work on technique. Work on your basics. And if you hone in on hair and hone in on being the best barber and putting yourself out there and being the best you could be, sponsors will follow, traveling will follow. If that's really on your heart, manifest that after you learn the basics. Don't start running before you can walk.
Okay. Jake Shipwreck, thank you very much for sharing your story with me. You've given some real advice, and you've given some real words about an industry that you believe should stay real. So thank you for that. Thank you.
No, thank you.